Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. So it's day 2 of the Dyson 360 robot vacuum cleaner cleaning my house upstairs after all the updates. Check out my day 1 video. I show you the updates that this thing has done and how well they have improved it just by updating the software. So again, just the second day of vacuuming my entire upstairs. I already have a notice that says it's full, basically. Bin level. The bin level's full, and it is. I am just absolutely, oh my gosh, it did the same thing. It fills that tube up. It is so amazing how well it compacts everything in here. It starts over here in this corner, and it works its way around and around, and it gets it completely full. Okay, so here is today. It took 4 hours. It did the entire house. Now back in the bedrooms, I think it's able to go underneath the bed and different things, because I had a lot of no-go zones for the Eufy X10 Pro Omni, so it kind of avoided a lot of areas, but it did this today. It did the entire house, even that room, everywhere. And here's the results again. Here, sorry about that. That's absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh. It just, I definitely wish it had auto empty. Oh, that's because that's the port. That's why that stuff wouldn't come out. That's this thing is just so cool. Again, my first review, I really was hard on it because it did not seem like it knew what it was doing. It was getting stuck. It wasn't avoiding stuff. It is picking up so much. Wow. And again, I got to do what I did yesterday. I got to flip it over. It's, the more I am super impressed with this because of this is a full-size vacuum cleaner head. It's pretty amazing. And I've had it on auto both those times. You gotta lift this up. It's a little hard to do one-handed. And then tilt it. And there's where that stuff is right there. So it is able to vacuum all that dirt down here and into that port, and that's what goes. That is what goes to right there. Incredible. Okay, I've got it all clean. Let's check the HEPA filter. I think I just checked it myself. I'm finally starting to see the HEPA filter get a little dirty. I mean, you can start to see there's a little bit of dirt starting to show up on it, but I'm absolutely amazed how well it is doing. Yeah, I'm not getting anything down here. This dustbin, it's funny how they put the max line here, like as if it was going to build up. That's not how this works. It compacts it to the side. So again, it starts over here. It puts everything, so it'll be really thick, and then it works its way around till finally it's all the way, and it starts backing up into the port. So that's how it works. So max should be like right here when you see it right there. And that's the first time I noticed I got a notification saying the bin was full, and it was full. It was actually overfull, but it was neat to get a notification saying the bin was full. Okay, let's go to the app. Now see how it's starting to come up with more predictions. It's been cleaning the rooms for a couple days. It says low dust prediction. Oh, very low dust prediction for the dining room. So it's going to learn more and more the more it cleans your house. It could even tell you, like, I'm going to have it do just the dining room, and it says 39 minutes to do it. And again, here's my latest software. I've got auto updates on, and this thing updates overnight. I'll just come down. I mean, I look at the screen and it just says update complete. on the robot itself. And again, it's just, I have it cleaning this room. Now it didn't necessarily go right to the middle of the room. It seems way more like it just knows what it's doing more. Again, when I first got it like 3 months ago, it just kind of moved in random patterns and didn't really get a good coverage everywhere. See, it just kind of knows where it's been, and it's doing a better job. But that big brush roller on the front, and it must have some really, really good suction, because it's getting that bin has been full so many times. That's pretty amazing. And I've not put one no-go zone in my upstairs yet. And I've got a lot of areas where other robots struggle. And I've always thought that was kind of like, well, just put your no-go zones and that'll be good. But I thought I'm gonna really put this one through the test and see where it gets stuck. But that big brush roller, and it must have really, really good suction, is doing a pretty good job. See how it's cleaning this room? It's got a different pattern I have not seen before in a robot. Most robots typically go around the perimeter of the room and then they work their way around the middle. This one is doing something different. It's kind of starts in the middle and then goes to a bigger square. And that auto mode really does help save battery, because it can sense dirt particles. So when it senses the dirt particles, it ramps up the suction, and you'll hear it. It really gets loud. I wonder what would happen if I put it on max and had it clean my entire house. And that low profile, I think, is really helping it out. And again, I was really rough on this because it didn't have LiDAR navigation. LiDAR navigation really puts that circle on top that usually makes them pretty tall. There's something to being short like that, where it can get into some, I know it's getting into some places that other robots don't get into, just because of its size, and it's not very tall. It does help to stay away from these robots. See, I think he saw my feet there. Yeah. I was sitting right there, so he's avoiding that area because he sensed them. Nope, this has definitely changed for the better. This thing's going to be hopefully it's going to get to a point where it doesn't need emptied every single time. But maybe that's a good thing too. It's doing a good job then. Yeah, see, it's avoiding that. It didn't have to go up and touch that lamp and that cord. Now, I still think the little door that opens up to the side is a little, I'll just see it at random times, that little red thing that pops out the side. I just see it open up at random times. Maybe it knows what it's doing, but I know in the commercial I saw it like picking up crumbs right next to the wall. I've never really seen that yet. No, it is not missing much. You can see the pattern. See there, it kicked on the high gear because there must have been some dirt there. That has changed the coverage. And the way it just is so much smoother operating. Yeah, be sure and check out my day one video. I do show you how to set it up for the very first time. And mapping, when I brought it upstairs, it did need to map my house twice. The first time, it didn't go down this long hallway and get all the other rooms. But when I deleted the first map and told it to remap, it went down the hallway and mapped everything. Still has that bumper on it once in a while that it uses. Wow, it's excellent. I just see a much more precise movement about it. And this thing's out of stock right now on Amazon. I'm thinking they're going to need to get some more stock of this, because this update really fixed things. This has always been a really troubled area for other robots. And there's that light it can turn on when it's dark. All right, I'm too curious. You can pause it. There, it's starting to compact some. I mean, it's already picked up a bunch of stuff. And this is super easy to clean. And it gets all the suction comes right through here, through the HEPA filter. And most of your cleaning, like I haven't really had to do much cleaning around here other than that tube when I let it get too full. But most of your cleaning is just on this. And you can take this outside, blow it off, rinse it off. Picked up that, it picked up that popcorn kernel. You'd be surprised the robots that cannot pick up a popcorn kernel. Look how smooth it is going up against the wall. Now, it would be neat if it went back and hugged that wall and put that red thing out against the wall. I don't know if it does that or not. It does climb things a little bit. It climbed that little thing right there. Seems to be doing pretty good with that plant there, even though some things are hanging down. See the red thing coming out. Now again, the app, it's kind of limited. It doesn't show you a real-time map of where it's at. The dining, it just says it's in the dining room. I can tell it to come home and all of that. And even in settings, like it doesn't have, it's going to remind you of the maintenance on the screen and you'll get notifications, but you don't get to see like what percentage things are at. Like your robot settings is just, that's pretty much it. And now it's coming back and getting underneath the table. It kind of went around the table, now it's going underneath it. Okay, so I ended it early just because I want to see it clean for 15 minutes. It's docking itself. All right. All right, clean ended. Again. There's that popcorn kernel. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. 15 minutes of cleaning. Now I probably need to blow that out a little bit just because everything's so dirty, but it wipes that filter off. Every time you empty it, it wipes that metal screen off. Does a pretty good job of wiping it off. But again, most of your dirt and debris is here. And so all I gotta do is take this outside and help, you know, clean it off. God, it's got some big long hairs in there. Wow. Yep, pretty amazing. So when I first got this vacuum, it did not seem like it was gonna do a very good job. But I'm absolutely amazed by it. It's definitely a thumbs up. I definitely recommend it now. I'll put a link to it underneath the show description notes. If you do purchase it, the product won't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. I bought this with my own money and I was not paid for this video. I'm getting ready to do, I got the Max, Roborock S8 Max V upstairs. It's gonna be mopping my floors and everything, but wow. I'm gonna keep updating you on what I think of this. Dyson did some really nice updates to this robot vacuum cleaner that I'm very, very impressed with. Now, one little thing that did kind of catch me off is the plug-in. I had to put this here because when you plug this into the bottom outlet, it overlaps and you can't plug. I tried to plug this into the top outlet of a standard outlet and you couldn't. So that was a little, I'm like, what? Would they have not researched that it has to be a little shorter? But anyway, I got this installed and I'm absolutely loving this Dyson. I think it's, you know, I get the question asked a lot. Could a robot vacuum cleaner replace an upright vacuum cleaner that you plug in and you pull around with your hand? Maybe. This might be the one. So if you could check out my Instagram page, Just a Dad Videos on Instagram. If you could, subscribe and like, and thanks for watching.